Sharks. I'm Manuel.
And I'm Giselle.
And I'm Turnus.
And we are Black Sands Entertainment. We're currently seeking $500,000 for 5% of our company. Sharks. America loves entertainment, be it movies, television, anime, or comics. There has never been more content than there is today.
But there is still a struggle to find content and characters that represent the Black community's historical achievements before slavery. That's why we created Black Sands Entertainment.
Black Sands is one of the only successful Black-owned publishing houses in America, and it all started with the flagship title, Black Sands, The Seven Kingdoms.
And after 100,000 copies sold, we knew a legend had been born.
Wow. Our sales are phenomenal. But one thing that can take a $1 million publishing IP and turn it into a $1 billion licensing and merchandising IP is to make it into an animated series.
We are here to give Black and brown creators a place to tell their stories and shine a spotlight on the rich history of our people.
So Sharks, who is ready to join the Black Sands family?
Ooh, okay.
All right, so I love this. I'm not super anime fan. I'm not super comic book fan, but I've been known to watch a handful of animes in my time, and I love. I think that there's so much potential when you put something into a niche or niche, right? And to create something that can get that real deep with that audience, a specific set of audience, that can enable you to take it, because like they know what's up and they're like, oh, you know what, we're just going to go everything to that specific company. So in this case, publishing and now going from I guess it was graphic novels and comic books, and now taking that to into animation, that is absolutely awesome. I don't know how many people watching this love the Boondocks. I love the Boondocks, especially the TV show. Hilarious and informative and real and raw. But to me, having something that speaks to a specific audience is always going to do better. Always going to do better. And it seems like they have some gold on their hands. So hopefully they have some enough sales to back up, or enough growth potential to back up their $20 million valuation there. But speaking of evaluation, I like to evaluate these shirts at about $20 over at shopsuperjoe.com, along with my books and masterclasses. Go and check them out. Shopsuperjoe.com. There's a link down in the description below.
Okay, please sit back, relax. We're going to give you a little taste of the future of Black Sands Entertainment.
How long has he trained you? I did not train him. I took him into the wilderness for 5 years. He has survived. I forbid this battle. You will stop nothing. Damn it, brother. Why must you be like this all the time?
Asar, you need to think this through. There is nothing to think about.
Black Sands, you can read it and watch it. Now let's go.
All right, well...
Okay, that was a little rough. It looked like it was like dubbed over from like I don't know if that was just part of the way it was demonstrated on TV or what, but I like the character design. It just felt rough, and maybe that was the point of like they only invested so much to make that demo, so it's it's like a pilot episode, but more like a pilot demo, like teaser type thing. And yeah, I don't know. The animation definitely seemed a little rough there.
You know what? I'm gonna start here, and not just because I'm Black, but because I understand the value behind IP, the want and need for it. What's the cost that you put into this so far?
So our animated property, which is an 8-minute pilot, is $250,000, and Turnus is the expert in that. He is our head of studio.
Is this all self-engineered, self-developed?
Yeah, like I've been in the business like 25 plus years.
Wow.
I've been with Disney, Pixar, like major studios. And I left all that to join Black Sands because it's something I really believe in. And what I saw was like a real winner.
How are you creating a revenue stream?
Most of our revenue stream is physical books. That's what we do. Currently, we're on pace to do about 120,000 units this year.
Direct to consumer?
Direct to consumer.
And what you sell them for?
So we sell that one for, it costs $2 at landing. $20 retail and $8 wholesale.
Good for you.
Okay.
$20
Ding.
retail. Is that a typical retail price?
That is the typical retail price.
You mentioned
and
comic books as well.
We have a lot of comic books. We have 12 titles that are currently signed to Black Sands. The one that you currently have in your hand is our flagship title, which makes the bulk of our money.
So, from comic book 1 to now, what has been the progression of sales that have gotten you guys to that number of 120,000?
In our first year, we did about $40,000 in sales. We just started in 2017. In 2018, we did about $220,000 in sales. 2018, we raised capital for a DVD. We built that. In 2020, we had $600,000 in sales. This year, we're at $800,000 in sales.
Year to date.
Yeah, year to date.
Manuel and Giselle, what's your backgrounds?
So I'm a military veteran. I served in the Army.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so
for your
much.
service.
And
Oh.
we took that military background, me and my husband.
So
and
you're married.
Yes, we are.
Did you know anything about animation, anything about comic
We didn't
books?
know anything, but with the military background, we knew how to execute and manage a business.
And who created the stories?
Manuel.
I'm a big entertainment guy. I constantly see the same Egyptian story flop over and over again in the industry. They're very detached from the historical setting, and so I said I'm gonna make my own story about Egypt. I'm gonna put everybody in the Middle East into it. So we got Spartans, Minoans, Canaanites.
You got the whole Bible right there,
Yeah,
right?
you got the whole Middle East involved. Educators, they love this stuff.
So the next big question is,
Hold on. Before that next big question, I misspoke. 10 million, not 20 million. I was stuck on the who was it? The smart tire pitch from earlier, the 2.5% for 500,000. So I apologize. I know I'll hear about it in the comments. So it happens. This is done in real time.
your profitability and cash burn.
This year, we're 108,000 in the green,
How much cash do you have in the bank?
300,000.
To Kevin's point on leveraging IP, where do you see the series going, right? You've got to have a place you like to see it because it's not a traditional television
Absolutely.
type thing.
So we are eventually going to find a distributor, right?
Let me stop you right there. Just, I act as a one-stop shop. I'm a distributor. I'm a production hub. $500,000 is a lot. What are you using the money for?
So the money that we're gonna get, when we get this deal, right, is to expand the production
Just like
of Black
that,
Sands.
you're gonna get that deal.
Manuel's got confidence. I like that.
I like it.
I'm telling you
love
right
that.
now, we do 8 issues a year. We will massively expand it. We'll probably get to 30 different issues a year, including pumping out at least a full season of the main title and all these ridiculously lovable characters in the series. They get their own series.
See, but when I ask you that question, I'm expecting a clear answer. Tell me where you're spending the money. That's what I need to know.
Hiring artists to basically build this pipeline. I need writers too and everything else. These artists are like $30,000, $40,000 each every single year.
All right, guys, I do understand what you're doing, and I understand the world. The 5% that's ridiculous. I'm gonna throw that out the window. That can't happen. I mean, you're asking for an investment, and you're asking for added value in you creating IP. So I'm just gonna tell you the value I feel like I'm bringing to you before I give you my offer, okay? I own distribution in the world of audio. I own distribution in the world of television. Because of my ecosystem and what I know we can bring to the table, I see the significant value in just a brand. And if you have a brand and you're already moving product in that brand, that's a value to me. Because if you do strike gold in this space and you get to the world of toys, etc., well, this can be a moneymaker. Oh, I just cursed. I'm sorry. This can be a moneymaker. So I am going to put an offer on the table.
Wait, can I get in it?
Of course you can. You tell me if you like where I'm at, okay? You're asking for $500,000, and you're saying we want it because we want to bring in the other people to help create. Well, I already have that. We already have those people. So you're not paying for that necessarily because you'll be accessing mine.
Kev, I'll help on the technology, right?
Okay.
I'll help on the online distribution side of it.
Okay.
But you've got the whole pathway.
In this case, I've never been more comfortable
Yeah,
about
that's the whole point.
taking an asset and being able to bring value to an asset. This is what I do.
You're the green light that they need in order to get to the next level, right?
Man, all right, this is a lot of talking here. Let me just interject real quick. I wanted to point out something, and I'm not going to go all the way back to find it at this point. Like I said earlier, this is done in real time. The way Kevin is like, he sits at the front of his chair, and then halfway through, or like a quarter of the way through, he starts like leaning back, and he's like almost like attacking with his finger pointing like that is kind of funny. But so yeah, one of the things that I don't quite get is if you have the IP, and you have this audience that you've already built, right? So you have this core audience that's coming back, issue after issue after issue, and it's growing. Like, why not leverage somebody else's somebody else's artists and writers and things like that, so like going to like a Netflix and saying, hey, look, we have this opportunity, we already have this built-in base. We'll, it's not like you're going to create the show and then hope that people show up for it. We already know that this amount of people are going to show up for it. We have the surveys done. We know how many people are on Netflix, and we can leverage that part and take that, be like, look, we already know that that either they're, or do the opposite, right? Leverage it against somebody else. So it's like, oh, hey, like we know that people already have the Hulu. Our audience base has the Hulu. We're gonna go to Netflix and say, hey, Netflix, we can steal a whole bunch of Hulu customers over, and bring them to you, or vice versa. Like there's so many plays there, and then utilizing other outside sources to do that, and having somebody in-house that has 25 years of experience in that industry is super valuable to be able to oversee it and make sure that you're not getting like taken one over for when you're hiring out for other people, like animators and things of that nature.
Look, you got $500,000 on the table, but we want 30%.
Whoa. That's, oh man, that is.
This is what I do.
You're the
This is
green
tough.
light that they need in order to get to the next level, right?
Look, you got $500,000 on the table, but we want 30%. And I think that's more than fair.
Can I counter?
You're nuts.
Of
Y'all
course.
tell me if I'm crazy or not. 500,000
Don't say
for
10%.
10% between the two of you, and perpetuity on books, 25 cents per hardcover.
The royalty deal. No, that's not what this is about.
I'm here.
No, because you know as well as I do, the grand slam doesn't come from making per book. It's when this gets picked up for a movie and turns into a franchise, and he's the producer.
I'll give you a last example.
I'll take the royalty.
I'll give you, here's the last example. Okay, this is where my creative mind goes as a CEO. What I'm telling you is that my 30% ask is not because of the hypothetical opportunity. I'm embedding you into my system.
I understand 100%, but I raised capital on that last valuation, and to literally go 6 times.
How much have you
higher,
raised?
I raised $1 million, and the last 500 was at 5%.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
It's just.
The problem here is there's partners and then there's partners. Get the difference? Some partners aren't created equal.
And when you tell your investors who you just brought in, it's not about the valuation that they paid, it's the valuation of where it's going so they can get a return, right? Yes.
Yeah, you can't. And this has come up before in the comments about valuation and like, well, you can't have it down round and all that. And I'm gonna create a video just around that because I have some very strong thoughts on that. And not that I think that a down round is a good thing. It's not. But like, if you're coming to Shark Tank, you need to be prepared to give up something like that. Like on the candy deal, and I forgot to mention that about how they were probably valuation 500,000, 15% in the tech world, the tech bubble, if you will, made sense. And in this case, look, giving up, you're giving up 15%. So I get that you have partners and stuff, but the whole point of bringing in Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban on a deal should, and all of a sudden you take care of you take care of publishing, distribution, everything, and opening up so many doors, all to give up 15% to Kevin and 15% to Mark. Look, I always say, like, if you can create something else, you can do that. Like he could always create another storyline and start another publishing company and start all over and do it again if things were to fall apart. But this solves so many problems for you. I can't. It's tough. I mean, I don't know how much each of them own at this point. They haven't said that, or it's been cut out, which might make it a little tough to give up 30%, which is admittedly a lot. But what you're getting for that is life. It's life changing. Absolutely life changing.
And by the way, I would not be asking for this particular number if you didn't have to access my real resources? You said we're going to get some creative people to come in, new animation, new stories. I have that.
Okay.
That engine is already working. It's already pumping. You're tapping into an ecosystem that exists.
Okay, my fans, they want this done. So you guys got a deal.
That's it.
Let's go.
That's it.
That is awesome.
IP. All right?
I didn't know you were this tough, man. Let's do TikTok. No, this is
Thank you. Thank you so
Well
much.
done, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
That's my
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Awesome.
He said, hey, investors will get over it. Let's go,
Yes.
man. What this means is there's going to be
Love
a
it.
Black Sands anime hitting the top 10 list on the world.
Yes.
Period. Next time.
Absolutely. I would love to have one or all three of you come on the show. Leave a comment down below. We'll make that happen. Let's check out their website and their social media. So so one of the things that took me for a loop when I first pulled this up in the preview video was this is like it took me a minute to figure out what this actually was. If it was DVDs, if it was, shirts or what, books, I wasn't quite sure. It wasn't until I got to the very bottom, or what was it? Define the culture. No, it was down here. Customers are owners, unapologetic. Black Sands Entertainment is the #1 Black publishing. So that's the line that I needed to see somewhere closer to the top to have a better understanding of what I was looking at because I didn't read anything prior to it. So they can go, you can go to the shop, you can buy the books. They got the DVD, the 839 purchase, the 3.5 stars, only on 9 reviews. It's so tough to get. It's so tough to get reviews. Well, this person gave it a 5-star review apparently and said nope. Oh, it's dope. Maybe I meant to say dope, not nope. Weird. It's just always like I gave it a 5-star. I hated it. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I'm glad you were paying attention to it. Now I did click on their. You guys have a YouTube link, but it goes to Shopify. So that's a thing that you don't want happening. I don't know if you guys have a YouTube channel or not, but if you do, you might want to get that fixed. You got Facebook. You got 125,000 people following the page, which is incredible on Facebook. A couple of my friends are following. How awesome is that? Very cool to see. Tons of engagement. Love it. And that's the power of like really digging into a niche, right? Or niche and dialing it up and getting people to be really excited about what you got going on. And it also means that you can have that leniency of something that like might not necessarily look, how you might expect it, or the animation might not be perfect just yet. Or where you want to take it. Look, there's budgets, right? As a creative and a creator myself, a creative and creator, it's one of those things that you're always, finding the balance. So there's 156,000 followers on Instagram. That's incredible. And I found here on Amazon 612 reviews for Volume 1 hardcover from 2018. Absolutely killing it. I appreciate it. Again, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Just leave a comment down below. Like Reed M, who said at 4:59 made me cry. I went there and it made me cry too. I'll link the video that made him cry. I assume it's a him. Sorry. I made Reed cry right up here. Have a great day and take care.